have a bad news for you guys. I have a bad news for you guys. I lost the phase two of the Profim account. What's good, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to my channel once again. The Freedom Trader. It's so great to be back. It's so great to be alive today. So I've not been around ever since. I've been busy with one or two stuff. So although I've been placing trades, I've been in touch with the market, doing my analysis, but I've not been able to sit down and create content like this. I've not been able to make a video, so I just decided to make a video today with this chance I have. So the crypto market has been pumping, Bitcoin has been breaking highs. We have broke out of the bearish trend on the daily time. We were happy, and Bitcoin had an impulsive move all the way from 70, $80,000, and Bitcoin is at 93, $94,000 at the moment. Although we could see a pullback on the daily time frame, at least retracing to create liquidity or to create demand, because definitely people that bought low at $77,000 must at least take some profit. So we could see a retracement on the daily before another upward move to as high as 100 and $120,000. And I have a bad news for you guys. I have a bad news for you guys. I lost my I lost the phase two of the Profim account, of the Bitfunded Profim account, and it was so painful losing the account, knowing the work I put in trying to pass phase one, the patience and all of that, trying to pass phase one, and coming to phase two, I just blew the account. So the part of trading that people don't really talk about, that people discard, and it's what is making most traders unprofitable. And regardless of how many years you put in the work, if you cannot just master this part of trading, you will keep on revolving in a circle. You understand, jumping from strategy to strategy, and you find yourself unprofitable over a long period of time if you cannot just tackle this one thing about trading. And that aspect of trading is psychology. Psychology is a very important aspect of trading that people don't really talk about, that people don't really look into. They all think it's about technicals, how your trading strategy, drawing the trend line. No, it's not that. You might have 80% win rate strategy, but if your psychology is not balanced, if you don't have total control of your psychology, if you are emotional, your 80% win rate strategy will become unprofitable because of just psychology. So that was what made me lost the phase two of the Profile account, because I couldn't pay attention to my psychology. I was emotional. And the funny thing about emotions is that you don't really know when it comes. For you to tackle trading emotions, you first of all realize when the emotion comes that, oh, this is I'm being emotional on this trade. That's how you can tackle emotions. And if not so, you keep on going down in circles, being emotional. Where you go in drawdown, you mess up your psychology, and over a long period of time, it would make you unprofitable. So I guess I have to learn the hard way. And one thing is, in trading, if you don't learn from your mistake, you will never be profitable. So I've learned from my mistake that my strategy is not the problem, but my psychology is the problem. My psychology, I need to work hard on my psychology. I need to be patient. I have to not FOMO. I need to work on these things, because I know that my strategy has like 70 to 80% win rate. So, but my psychology is very, very bad. So I have to tackle, and I need to work on my trading psychology. So I'm going to be highlighting four things that made me lost the phase two, that made me lose the phase two of the profit account. And number one is FOMO. Why did I add FOMO to this list? When I sat down after losing the account, I sat down and I asked myself what was wrong. Why did I lose this account? So I came to find out that FOMO was number one of the problem that made me lost the phase two of the account. It's because whenever I miss a trade, I don't have this patience to wait for another setup to play out. Once I miss, take for instance, I miss a setup on BTC, I'll go to Ethereum or go to other cryptocurrency pair, Rune or other cryptocurrency pair, just to force myself to place a trade so that I don't want to miss out on any move, and which it turn haunt me on the account. That was what made me to go on a deep drawdown on the phase two, because I couldn't just like accept the fact that even if I miss this trade, there are three other trading opportunities. The market will still give me another trading opportunity. So I did not have the patience to wait maybe 3 days, 4 days for a setup to play out before taking a trade. I will go over to another pair, trying to force a trade. When I take the trade and I hit loss, I'll be furious. I'll be angry. I'll still try as much as possible to recover the loss. So FOMO was a really big part of my trade psychology that I need to work on. And number two reason for losing this account is urgency. The neediness or the urgency for me to just, oh, I need this money, I need the money from the prop firm, I need to get payouts really quick, I need the money to do that, I need the money to do that, made me lose the account, made me place trade, unnecessary trade that I'm not supposed to place, and in turn getting losses upon losses upon losses. Because if I come to think of it, when I traded $100 account, I just, okay, let me trade $100 account. I was able to turn that $100 to 200 and something dollars. You understand? So my trading psychology then was in checked. There was no neediness, there was no urgency for me to place a withdrawal, or for me the neediness to need profit, or for me to need to buy something. You understand? So the urgency and the neediness for me to just get that payout from that profit made me lost the account, made me placed on unnecessary trade, made me FOMO, and in turn, it affected the phase two of the account. It affected the account. It affected my psychology. So urgency and neediness is another thing I need to work on. And number three is not following my plan. I have a plan of one pair, one strategy, one A plus setup. That was my plan. And what is my plan? My plan is whenever price make a market structure shift or a break of structure, I usually wait for a pullback to an order block or a fair value gap with a 15-minute confirmation entry before taking the trade. So, and my plan, and another of my plan was when I'm in a trade, I don't need to take maybe opening two trades. So that was another thing that haunted the phase two of the Profirm account that made me lose the account. When I'm in a trade, the urgency for me to just pass the account really quick and for me to get a payout made me not to follow my plan. When I'm in a trade, for instance, I'm in a trade on BTC, I would like to just double my profit. I'm always thinking of the upside instead of me to also think of the downside. I wasn't taking enough calculated risk. Although on every trade, I do lose 1%. Only thinking of the upside alone we also mess with my trading psychology, because whenever price go on a loss, there's this feeling, there's this anger that comes with it. Oh, it hit a loss, I'm in a drawdown again. How am I going to recover this account? So it made me placed on unnecessary trades, not following my plan, taking two trades in a time also contributed for me losing the account. And the last but not the least is impatience. Impatience played a major role of me losing this account. Impatient. I was not just patient enough. I was not just patient for my setup on that particular pair to play out. Instead, I'm adding more pairs to my watch list trying to pick up setup every day of the week, and which is not supposed to be so. I was impatient for a setup to play out on my particular pair, and whenever I missed a setup, I I often go over to another pair just to look for setup and trying to force trade. Impatience made me lost the account. So these are the four things that made me lost the phase two of the Profim account. And you can see that I documented from what's it called, from the phase one, the beginning of the account. And when I sat down and observed and I look at the consistency I put in on passing the phase one, it was very easy. And I forgot that in trading, fast is slow, while slow is fast. Once you are trying to, as much as possible, to make money on the market, you are going to lose money. But when you calm down, wait for your setup to play out, place a trade, you will see that you have removed your mind from making money from the market. As long as you follow your plan and your strategy, over a long period of time, you are going to make money. But when you try to force trade and try to make money, you definitely lose money. So impatient played a huge role for me losing. So those are the four things that made me lose the account. Number one, FOMO. Number two, urgency. Number three, not following my plan. And number four, impatience. So I decided to make a video about it because I need to learn from and I have to learn from my mistake, so that whenever I get another profit or I have a life capital to trade, I will not make these mistakes. And I've come to think about it that the only best way for you to master your psychology, for you not to be emotional in trading, is when the emotion comes up, the ability for you to identify that you are being emotional will help you a lot in your trading. The ability for you to find, to just pinpoint that you are emotional at that moment will help you in your trading. So I'll be looking forward to get another profit, and this time I will try as much as possible not to make these same mistakes again. I'll try as much as possible to stick to my plan. And here's the screenshot of the account minus 8 point something percent, minus 400 and something dollars, and you can see that is it, guys. The account is gone. Then I hope the next one I get, I'll be able to stick to my plan and eventually get a payout of that account. So if you are just joining me for the first time on my channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and also turn on the post notification just for you to get notified whenever I release another video. So guys, still keep in touch. I'll be posting market updates, prediction, price prediction, and on all of that. So don't forget to subscribe, guys. Peace out.